I don't know what I'm streaming, but I'm streaming. So yeah, like I literally don't know what I'm streaming, what I should build, if I should build anything, should I do something else? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, crap. What should I build? Do I want to start the M1014? Right? Do I want to? Let's turn the Xbox on. We'll check. Obviously, from title of stream, I kind of want to anyhow work on doing something from the FBI side of things on Rainbow Six Siege. So I just finished the Ash loadout, and by finished I mean I'm pretty much done. Yesterday I built the 1911 Alpha stream, so not everyone has seen that. I posted to Facebook and Twitter about that. It's probably one of the sexiest 1911s I've ever seen. It's just off of scale, really bad, unfortunately. Now, by off of scale, I mean how wide the slide is. Here, I'll use this as a reference. Where's that brick at? So these aren't actual Legos. These are just like a knockoff brand, but they're compatible with Legos. I have these because I take these from kids at work, and then they just end up in my pocket. But yeah, this is Airsoft 1911, and that's 3 studs wide on the slide. And yeah, unfortunately, my Lego 1911 is 4 stud wide on the slide, and that is unfortunately not helping how it looks in terms of scale, right? Because I think the grip that I have on it is almost like perfect, and then if this is the new update for Rainbow Six Siege that has the new operators, I'm sorry, but I'm outskis. I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege. It is Tuesday, and it's the 5th. This has to be the new update. Like, I'm outskis to go play this. I will bring you guys along so that you can see my impressions of the new operators as I want to play them. But yeah, I didn't realize that it was coming out today. Ooh, I just finished Ash's loadout. Should I do one of the new operators loadouts instead? I would love to finish the FBI like I finished the SAS and then have like one really big scene with all of them. But why do that if I could have one of the new operators that just came out and then use that to get views on the channel, right? Because that's ultimately what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to do things that are brand new and exciting to get views on the channel, right? If I started making Modern Warfare content on my channel, no one wants any of that shit, right? All they want is new content, the new Call of Duty, World War II. They want to see all those old World War II weapons that I don't want to make, quite frankly. Unfortunately, I feel like a lot of the World War II weapons just are not different enough for me to warrant wanting to build them, right? So I'd be using like the same techniques for this one, and then I would literally just take the stock of a rifle and put a couple different details on it for the bolt, and boom, I'd have an Arasaka turned into a Springfield, and then the Springfield turned into a Car 98K, and then after the Car 98K, I'd get a Mosin Nagant, and then I could take a SBT-40 off of the Mosin Nagant, and then from the SBT-40, I could get to the M1 Garand. They all look alike, right? And just because they all look alike, it just really discourages me from wanting to build any of them, primarily because sorry about that. Primarily because, you know, I want to, wow, 17 gigabytes, that's a lot. I would like to challenge myself and use different techniques for different things, right? So we'll take a look at just 17 gigabytes is a lot. I think part of that might be because I'm also streaming to the internet, so I'm taking up more bandwidth. But I'll set the controller down there, and we'll take a look at if I have the 1911. I don't think I have the 1911 on this computer, so you guys are going to have to like suffer through not seeing the 1911. But we'll take a look at the. We'll do this one so that I can grab a whole different set of examples as to how things are, because modern guns are different from one another, largely anyhow. Obviously AR-15s are AR-15s. I use different techniques, and that's what I want. I really want different techniques to use, right? So we'll take, for instance, the grip on the G36C is 2 studs wide, and then it has these side panels on it that are here to make it really comfortable but really thin, like an actual G36C. And then as for the grip on the R4C, this is mainly built sideways, this is right side up, this is at an angle, but this is 4 stud wide but still relatively comfortable because of the shaping. Obviously I could bump this down to 3 studs if I tried. The handguard on the G36C, this portion of it is built at an angle using some Technic pieces. And then on the R4C, this entire handguard is in octagon shape, and that is accomplished by using this piece, which is a piece that I've never primarily experimented with before. And because I use that piece, it's literally all hollow on the inside of here. And because I use the Technic, and because of that, how Bacher achieved that, it opens up the mag wall to be open so that the magazine can come all the way up through the gun and not have to, you still have the stability at the Technic bar, but you don't have to worry about how weak it is, basically, which is actually really, really cool. And then the rest of it's connected via this trigger guard right here so that it can't move, which is, like I said, a really cool technique. Doing stuff like that is what primarily interests me. This right here is using, I think it's, yeah, that piece right there. And then jumper plates, and yeah, those things were ultimately pretty difficult to build, but fun. And then these used more Technic pieces like it did the handguard of the G36C. But these were just an absolute pain to build because of how I wanted to get all of them to fold over and things like that. But these ended up turning out really good. My only complaint about these things is that they are way too thin for what they're supposed to be. That's my one and only complaint. But it's nice to have them, so I can get over it just a little. I can get over it. So I like to have different techniques to work on different things. And World War II rifles really don't have much different techniques to be completed. So here's the M120 Crim. This is Ash's little wonderful gadget. This grip is actually a pretty interesting grip because it started with a dream. Basically what I did was I set up all these brackets and then jumper plated down to have the smooth panels going across the side, and then made the grip 2 studs wide. But I have normal pieces to make the angle, and then these pieces added on to make the shape. So it's a nice ovalish shape. With the trigger, I left a little room in the back here so that it could actually be pulled as a trigger because the actual thing's supposed to go back into here. I didn't do that. The trigger guard, obviously this is just kind of sitting here, but it should be fine. Safety up here, fire, safe. The actual stock is not a group, So crap. But I was just going to drag it and move it to show you guys that it can move, and I can't do that, unfortunately. So this can obviously move in and out. Here's the front foregrip thing that Ash has on hers. I really don't like that she has the front foregrip on hers, but whatever. This part up here, I really don't like because it's not supposed to extend this far down, but using only the 1 high version of the lattice doesn't really get the proper effect. Using the 2 high is better, it's just unfortunately not the best. So obviously this barrel and then the tube over here are both empty. You can in fact swing the barrel out or the chamber out like this so that you can load a shell into it and then launch the shell wherever you see fit. So close it up like so. And then obviously the one thing that I have to add because I haven't finished this yet is the sight that sticks off the side here. Once that gets added on and accurized to the in-game model, the crim will be done. I can take the crim and then put it into Ash's loadout and then render that and post that image on Facebook and Twitter and then move on to the next operator, at which point, which I don't know who to do now. I really want this update to be done so I could take a look at these new operators. I don't think I'm going to be able to play before I have to go back to work, which is unfortunate. I have till 2:15, but at 2:15 I got to leave. So that's unfortunate, I guess is the best way to put it, because I'm at 15% and I think it's been all of like 10 minutes. 30% in 10 minutes, 45 and 20, 60 and 30, 75 and 40, 90 and 50. Oh man, that's like an hour away before. Hopefully it gets through everything, but you guys aren't really watching. I got one person watching, and even then that person's not doing anything with chat with me. So I was able to do kind of like an update video, let you guys see what's going on with the crim and the fact that it's done, except for the sight. And once that's in, we are done with the crim and we can move on to finishing up Ash's loadout in some way, shape, or form. After that, we'll see. So I'm just going to go ahead and end stream, and then hopefully that will help with the bandwidth usage just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my PC as well. Disconnect. And then we're just going to turn the screen off, and then I'm going to stop you guys, and I'll see you guys maybe after work or something like that whenever I feel like streaming next.